Good morning, everybody. We are live this Friday. We are live. Welcome to Good Morning Vibes, right here only and exclusively on Facebook. On my Dollar Bill Score page, you may see it as William Howell or Bill Howell, but just type in Dollar Bill Score, it'll pop up. But anyway, good Friday to everybody. Get ready to send you guys off until the weekend with some good vibes. All right. Want to make sure everybody's out there checking in, so I'm gonna hold up and wait a little bit, just a few seconds. Remember, we only got an hour, but in the meantime, in between time, how is everybody doing? Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, must be some type of something going on. My bad, y'all. Didn't mean to jump it off like that. But it's Friday. Now, share the link out there. The link is out there. So you're more than welcome to jump aboard. Okay? You're more than welcome to jump aboard. Today's theme is When Life Hurts. All right? When Life Hurts is today's theme. How does it feel when you feel like life is giving you a bad one? Feels like no one is around to help you. No one can understand. Seem like the gods don't listen. When life hurts, how does that make you feel? When life hurts you. You know? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a few more moments to get on in here, at least till about a couple more minutes. And we're going to get into today's topic, When Life Hurts. I'll be right back. About to jump this thing off here. How's everybody doing out there? It's your guy Dollar Bill Score this morning. Good morning. It's Friday. Good morning vibes. Shouts out to the homeboy like Jason just checking in. I know it seems like, yeah, I know, right? It feels like that, don't it? When life hurts, it feels like that, man. So that's today's theme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fade back right quick. I got some motivational stuff I want you guys to check out. And you guys get back with me in a moment. But listen to this piece. It's called When Life Hurts. Check it out.
What do you do when your battle chooses you? What do you do when something shows up on your doorstep that you did not directly cause, choose, or definitely anticipate?
Life is not always easy. In fact, some of you today, you're here and you're going through the toughest season of your life. There will be seasons where we will suffer. There will be seasons of real pain. And the question is, how will you respond in those moments?
Life is hard sometimes. Easy, it's not an option. But it's worth fighting. It's worth believing. It's worth giving yourself a chance. It's worth mustering yourself up, standing up inside yourself. It's worth fighting relentlessly, never giving up. It's worth it. You can do it. You can do it.
There's problems that we go through that cause stress, worry, anxiety, and fear. But you might be in the battle of your life. I want to encourage you. It's not about what's happening around you. It's always about what's happening inside of you.
Just because you feel afraid doesn't mean you have to be afraid. Just because you feel discouraged doesn't mean you have to be discouraged. Just because you have fear doesn't mean fear has to have you.
The sentence out of your mouth is a story that you are putting out. I'm not gonna make it. I quit. Let's get a divorce. Business is never coming back. We've lost too many people. I've made too many mistakes. I'm a failure. Nobody can help me. I've done too many bad things. I don't know what's coming out of your mouth, but it's a death sentence. And as you continue to confess it and as you continue to declare it, well, don't be surprised when it becomes true in your life. We have to make sure that whenever I think a death sentence, I must speak a life sentence. Oh, I'm feeling the sentence of death. I'm feeling the thoughts of anxiety. I'm feeling the thoughts that I'm done. I feel like I've been used and it hurts and it's difficult. But when that happens, I start speaking out a life sentence. No, I'm just going to keep showing up. No, I'm going to get back up. The righteous man, he falls 7 times, but he gets back up.
Never give up. Never give in. Because skill can't get you past certain things. Quickness, agility can't get you. You got to have mental toughness. Pain ain't permanent. Your pain ain't permanent. You can get through this. You're bigger than your pain. You're better than that.
Come on, you need to remember, this is not the first time you cried. This is not the first time you were short of breath. This is not the first time you didn't see a way clear. This is not the first time you were hurt. This is not the first time your heart was broken. This is not the first time you didn't have enough money. This is not the first diagnosis that came up from behind.
Say, I'm going to live to tell the story. This too shall pass. I will remain. I'm not going to quit. Every one of my burdens, there's a blessing on the inside of it. If you don't quit, you will win, baby.
You're going to work through this. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. You're going to be what you called to be. And you're going to prove that everybody that tried to break you, everybody that tried to stop you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're going to prove all of them wrong.
Just keep coming back. If you got nothing left to give, just show back up. Half of life, man, is just showing up.
And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. And if you can get through it, if you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you, on the other side is a reward. Pain is not permanent. Pain is temporary.
Whoa. Whoa. There you have it, y'all. Pain is not permanent. It's just something that's temporary. It ain't gonna be around a long time. When life hurts, it hurts really bad. I know. It stings really bad. When you find out someone betrayed you, someone stole from you, someone lied to you, someone cheated on you, you got fired for no reason. You know, black people, hey, you know how that is with us. We get pulled over for no reason. And those are just single incidents. But what if all that stuff just started piling up on us? What do? Sometimes a lot of us break down. A lot of us can't move any further. But I'm here to tell you, man, from somebody, take it from me, for somebody who's gone through a whole lot, man, who's experienced a lot of loss. I just experienced some loss right before the new year. My cousin just lost his wife, and my best friend just lost his wife. All right? I know how it can be, man. When life hurts, it feels like nobody understands you. I said this before. When life hurts, it feels like no one understands you. It feels like you're confused and don't know where to start. And it even sometimes feels like you're not getting any spiritual intervention, like the guys that turn their backs on you. But these are natural feelings that we feel. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. The key is to not stay in that mode. You feel me? I just had a moment of clarity yesterday morning, and I had to realize that I've been used. You ever feel like that, y'all? You ever feel like you've been used? You ever feel like, damn, man, I done gave my all and no one's reciprocated that? That's the reason why I was saying friendships, relationships, business partnerships, they've got to be reciprocal. All parties must receive. All parties must be equal. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, y'all. Let me know, how does it feel to you when life hurts? What happens when you found out you've been cheated on? How did you feel when you found out a friend of yours turned out to be really an enemy in disguise? Tap in, let me know. You guys can share in. I shared the link. You're more than welcome to join me. Come on in, speak your piece. Even if you just want to say good morning, do a birthday shout out, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Come on in the room and let's make it happen. It's your man Dollar Bill Score right here. I'm feeling good. It's Friday. I know a lot of us here in the South got that cold thing going on. So, we got to deal with that. Okay. I know we got to deal with that. But when you're alone and you feel like, you feel like you're in a corner, money's funny, bills are stacking up, you can't borrow any money from anyone. How does that make you feel sometimes? Today's theme is when life hurts. Now, I know one of the things I had to experience in my moment of clarity was I had to realize that I had to let some people go. I had to let some people go. And I'm not really good at stuff like that. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not good at letting anything go. Sometimes I get mad. I'd be holding a grudge for about 2-3 days. I find little gadgets in the street, because that was the kid in me, and I'd be holding on to shit. Trinkets. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that don't even really matter. I'd be holding on to stuff because it may have a sentimental value, but sometimes we have to learn to let things go, because holding on to some of that stuff can be the very things that is actually in our way, holding us back. That means friends, family, loved ones, material things, ideologies. Okay? All these things come upon us when life hurts us. Okay? I'm still dealing with the loss of my mom. That's not easy for me to talk about sometimes. Okay, this is 2023. This makes 22 years my mom has been gone. That part of my life really hurts, and it still hurts today. But you have to move on. And a lot of times, you have to cut people out of your life too. I know that sounds hard to do. Some people don't have a problem with it. I've been cut out of plenty of people out. So I get it, I understand. But sometimes you have to do that. I'm I'm gonna play this piece right here that talks about cutting toxic people out of your life. I want you all to listen to this, and I'll
Make
be right
friends
back.
with people who want the best for you. I had friends who wanted the best for me and friends who didn't. And, you know, they were friends who, some of them were aiming up and some of them were aiming down. And if you have a friend that's aiming down and you do something that's aiming up, then they're generally not that happy about it. You know, they try to top your accomplishment with one of their own, hypothetical or real, or put down what you're doing, or offer you a cigarette if you're trying to quit and you've kind of done that successfully, or a drink if you've been drinking too much and are trying to stop being an alcoholic, you know. Or, yeah, they're cynical and bitter and devoted towards no good. And sometimes that's family members too. And sometimes it's even part of you, you know. But like you have an ethical responsibility to take care of yourself, you have an ethical responsibility to surround yourself with people who have the courage and faith and wisdom to wish you well when you've done something good, and to stop you when you're doing something destructive. And if your friends aren't like that, then they're not your friends. And maintaining your friendships with them might not even be in their interest. Be careful about whom you share good news with. And in other words, be careful about whom you share bad news with. A friend is someone you can share good news with, you know. You go to them and you say, hey, look, this good thing happened to me. And they say, look, I'm so happy that that happened to you. Like, way to be. And they don't think, God damn it, why didn't that happen to me? And like, you know, you didn't deserve it. Here's a bunch of reasons you're stupid and why it won't work. It's like, that's not helpful. Carl Rogers, who's a psychotherapist, he had this idea that what he would manifest towards his clients in therapy was unconditional positive regard. And I've always had trouble with that because you don't treat your children, for example, with unconditional positive regard.
You mean
There's
so
always
no matter
conditions.
what someone says, you're saying, yeah, that's a good idea?
Yeah,
or
well,
that's a good thing?
that's why it's tricky. Well, what he didn't articulate it, I think, as well as he might have. What you want to do is, for your child, is that you want the best for the best in them. That's what you want. And that's what you want from people that you surround yourself with. Now, they'll hold you to a high standard if that's the case, right? Because whenever you degenerate in any of the multiple ways that you're likely to degenerate, they're going to like whack you on the back of the head and say, you know, clue the hell in. You know, you're demeaning yourself. You're less than you could be. And there's real judgment in that, and it's harsh. You know, but with friends, it's the same thing. You want friends. They're not friends if they're not these people. You want friends who, when something good happens to you, that's good for you, right? They're happy about that. They're not like all bitter and resentful underground and like saying horrible things behind your back and telling you how they did something that was better and trying to drag you down. It's like, that's not helpful. And then when something bad happens to you and you go to them and you say, look, this terrible thing happened to me. First of all, they don't try to top it with some like horrible thing that happened to them because they don't have the patience to listen. And second, they're not secretly gloating about the fact that catastrophe finally befell you. It's like they're actually hurt by it. And that chapter is an injunction. It's like, take a look at the people that are around you. And if they're not on the side of what's good for you, then walk away. Because, well, first of all, that's best for them too. If you put up with that, all you're doing is enabling it. It's like, well, it's okay that you mistreat me in a way that's harmful to me and everyone else. It's like, actually, no, that is not okay. It's not the least bit okay. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try to help someone when they're down. That's a whole different issue.
What if it's your family? So you know how you say like walk away, right? Do you still walk away from your family?
You do if it's necessary.
Yeah.
There's lots of different ways of walking away. Sometimes someone's on an incorrigible path. Like, there's just nothing you can do. You know, maybe they're aiming down and they're bitter and everything they do is to produce misery, virtually everything. And you have to detach yourself from that. It's like, I always think about it from the perspective of a lifeguard. So if you're training to be a lifeguard, one of the things that you're trained to do is to approach someone who's drowning and panicking. And the way you approach them is you put your foot out between you and them, and you push forward with your hands with your foot out. And you basically tell them if they're flailing about, you say, look, I'm here to help, but you have to calm down. And then if they cling to you, like in panic, you push them away. You think, well, that's pretty damn cruel, because what if they drown? It's like, yeah, what if you both drown? That's like not helpful. You're there to rescue them. They take you down. You're both dead. It's like fail, right? It's like, well, it's the same with someone in your family. It's like, if they're on a downward path and you've done your best, you know, you've made your efforts, and they're not paying attention. They're not changing. They say, yeah, well, I'll quit doing this. Yeah, I'll quit doing this. They tell you the same story over and over and over. It's a downhill path. You don't trust it. At some point, first of all, you stop offering your words. If you're offering words of wisdom to someone in the genuine attempt to help, and they treat that with contempt, then shut up, because you're demeaning your words by throwing them away. You think, well, how do you help someone who's aiming down? Well, sometimes you help them by walking away and saying, look, you're aiming down so hard, despite the fact you're my brother, man. It's like, this is killing me. You're aiming down so hard, I'm not coming along with you. And the reason I'm not is to tell you in no uncertain terms that what you're doing is so terrible that I will even violate our kinship to oppose it. And maybe it'll take them 10 years.
Wow. You see, sometimes even when you try to give good advice to someone or receive good advice from someone, that same someone could be in a totally different mind state and it could come out wrong. A lot of times when we're down and we're hurt, depending on who we are, where our mind is, sometimes we want someone to come along and comfort us. Sometimes we want people to come along and understand exactly what we're going through. Sometimes we don't want to hear, well, I tried to tell you. Sometimes we don't. There's a time for stuff like that. But in a moment, some moments it's like you just need someone to just hear you out. And that's what I do this for. I'm not trying to be a therapist, psychologist. I just want to just spread some good vibes. Monday through Friday are very rough days for us. Going to work, taking the kids to daycare, dropping them off to school. Some depending on what week it is, it's payday. You're expecting that money. Bills are due. Monday through Friday is really tough for a lot of us. So that's the reason why I chose Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. because that's when a lot of us are still at home, getting ready to head out. I know a lot of us have jobs where we start earlier than that. But if you're still at home and you're getting ready to head out within the next hour, an hour and a half, then you can check this out and get some good conversation that's going to spark some motivation before you head off to your destination. I want to send a big shout out to the homeboy like Jason, who's checking in. Good friend of mine. I know life has slapped him around a few times. Just like life has slapped me around a few times. Life has slapped all of us around a few times. Life can kick our ass, and it hurts when you feel like your biggest enemy is life itself. I'm gonna say that again. Sometimes it hurts when we feel like our biggest enemy is life itself. I want to share something with y'all. And this is me being 100. Sometimes life has hurt me so much, it made me consider the possibility of reincarnation. Like, why would I want to come back into a place that's only going to hurt me again? You feel me? Reincarnation, from what we're told, will be thrown right back in this mix. And there's no telling what we'll be when we come back, who will be when we come back. So right now, if your life is somewhat okay, it'll hurt every now and then when life kicks you in the ass. But if you're able to still keep a roof over your head, still keep gas in your car, still keep food on the table, still able to keep clothes on your back and your family, still able to buy the little things like dog food, enjoy this right now, because reincarnation may not give this back to you. You may come back, who knows, you may come back a billionaire, but you may come back with nothing. Tell me how life is hurting. You got some people out there right now who feels like life is nothing but a big pain in their ass. When you look at people around the world who who's going through famine, war-torn shit, like in Ukraine. Those are the moments for those people when life is hurting, because their whole life is being wiped away. Their memories, their friends, the possessions that they earn. All right? Then you have people in third world countries who don't have an opportunity to do anything that we can do for ourselves here. You see? I'm gonna put this up. He says, really, life ain't, what you say? Really, it ain't life. You really are mad at the decision. See? I like that, man. A lot of times it's not life. We just get mad at the decisions that we make. Because a lot of times those decisions don't come out the way we want them to, or they turn out to be something worse than what we want them to be. Or sometimes it was just the wrong decision. A lot of us make impulse decisions. You see? And you gotta also remember this. People you deal with do the same thing. Make bad decisions, make impulse decisions. And sometimes those decisions can affect you. And vice versa. You feel me? I'm gonna put that up one more time. He said, really, it ain't life. You really are mad at the decisions that you've made. And sometimes, man, for a lot of us, that's what it is. But you also gotta check this out too. A lot of times we have people making decisions for you that are out of your control. And some of that shit can play a big role in hurting you. You go out to this world. I'm gonna tell you something, man. For black people, foundational black Americans in this country, life has been hurting us damn near every single day we've been here. We've had our moments where we've been able to rise up, but even right now, in the midst of us so-called not being in slavery, at least in chains, we're still in some type of mental slavery, but that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is, life in America, look at what just happened to Tyree Nichols. His family is dealing with something that hurts their life right now. Okay? Some of them feel like they lost it all. It feels like that. When you lose, sometimes when you lose a loved one, it feels like just that loved one. Even though you may have lots of money, lots of worldly possessions, all the worldly attention and notoriety, sometimes the loss of a loved one can make you feel like you've lost it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into this little speech about that. About when you lose it all. And I want y'all to really pay attention to this, and I'll be right back. Good Morning Vibes right here, hosted by Dollar Bill Skull.
What do you do when it seems like suffering won't stop? What do you do when it feels like your pain doesn't have a point? What does it do when it feels like your weaknesses continue to worsen?
Maybe you've taken a knockdown concerning your finances lately. Maybe it's with your kids, maybe with your marriage, maybe with your health, maybe some other arena of life. You're laying on the mat, gasping, and you don't know what you're going to do.
People ask you how you are, and you say fine, but you're not fine, and they'll never know that.
We're people. We're people, and we struggle, and we suffer, and we bleed, and we cry. And if you think that true strength means never showing any weakness, then I'm here to tell you, you're wrong. You're wrong because it's the opposite.
You're gonna get depressed sometimes. You're gonna have weeks where you don't feel like eating, where gravity is working overtime like it's afraid of getting laid off and you can barely lift your fork to your mouth, and you are going to have a choice.
You have a choice to either give up or keep going. Give up or get up.
It's like you have to save your own life. Nobody's going to be able to save it for you. So we have to do what we have to do, no matter what it is.
We all struggle. We all know what it is to hurt. We all know what it is to have pain in our heart. And you know what? It's okay. That's just a part of life. And as much as I hate some of the parts of my life depression has dragged me down to, in a lot of ways I'm grateful for it. Because yeah, it's put me in the valleys, but only to show me there's peaks. And yeah, it's dragged me through the dark, but only to remind me there is light.
Life is not always good. Life is not always rosy. But life is worth living. When you fail, try again. And again. And again.
Hold on to that fundamental quality of faith. Have faith that on the other side of your pain is something good.
I believe that this is your beginning, but this doesn't have to be your end. That just because you are currently here, this is your present circumstances, that life don't have to end for you right now. This might be a page in your life. It might even be a chapter in your life, but it ain't the book, baby. You are not finished writing yet, so I need you to get busy living. Are you hearing me? I need you to get busy living. There is still time. As long as there's breath in your nostrils, as long as you can wake up in the morning, you still in the game, which means if you're in the game and there's still time in the game, still time left in the game, you can still win the game.
The last chapter of your story has not been written yet. The fact that you're here today is a testament to the fact that the devil hasn't been able to destroy you.
You're in the darkest place in your life right now. You're at the darkest place in your life right now. Hold on. Don't give up. Don't quit. You're at the darkest point of your life, but if you could just look at your situation from a different angle and realize that beauty does come from death.
Are you in a storm or are you just in between two miracles? You take those terrible events in your life and you create a new story of triumph. We gotta become something new. We take those traumas, we take that pain, and we allow it to become a part of who we want to be. What if I told you that there's greatness on the other side of your darkness, that there is joy on the other side of your pain? What if I told you you got everything you need to make it through your storm? This storm will not take you out.
And I know you've been tired, and I know it's been hurting, and I know it's been lifelong, and it might be an addiction. It may be wondering how much longer you're going to have a job, or when you're going to get one, or when this is all going to be over. But you're not going to die in this trial. You're going to make it. In fact, you're going to be better.
I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to tell yourself, I am a survivor. Listen to me and you can get through this. I want you to speak life into that thing, whatever it is. What's frustrating you, like for real, you feel like I can't go through another day like this. I can't handle it. I can't take it. Listen to me very closely. Say it with me and breathe life into whatever that thing is. Whatever your circumstances are, say with me, I can. I can. I can get through this. I will get through this. I must.
Wow. It's a must that we prevail, that we keep moving. You know why? Because everything and everyone around you is going to keep moving. Why not you? You know, we get older as time goes on. Time is linear. So the only thing we're doing is living day for day. But those living day for day moments brings on change, brings on age, brings on wisdom, and it also brings on loss, pain, and hurt. There's not one person out here that's living without experiencing pain. There's not one person who asks themselves, is there still time for me? Think about all the people out there who had dreams of making it in sports, in entertainment, in film and television, and never got their break. And now they're like mid 40s, early 50s. And they're asking themselves, is there still time for me? Some say yes, some say no. But that all depends on how you play your cards. You know? I'm going to post this up right quick. He says that everywhere I go is a lot of good morning humor. I appreciate that. Because we need stuff like that to break some of this crazy madness out here. You know what I'm saying? And yes, most definitely, you're more than welcome to join. I share the link all the time. So you're more than welcome to jump on. If the link is still out there, you can jump on right now if you get a minute. You can show your face. If not, you don't want to, that's fine. But you're more than welcome to jump on for a moment or two, and let's just kick it. You know? But yeah, when life hurts, what do? We got to keep moving on. A lot of time when life hurts, we ask ourselves, is there still time for me? We got to move toxic people out. Life is like moving chess pieces around. Sometimes you got to move stuff around to make room for yourself. And also, when you make room for yourself, you can also make room for others. You can't make room for others if you haven't made room for yourself. Y'all know that. You cannot make room for others if you have not made room for yourself. The good saying always goes, you cannot help others if you haven't helped yourself. And that's the same thing with making room, making space. I'm a people person. I'm outward. I'm outgoing. But a lot of times, man, I want my space. You know? I really feel that way. I mean, a lot of people feel that way sometimes. Time is not important. Only self. If you're still trying to think about it, is it too late? Okay, versus there are people out there actually doing it. I still do hip hop, stand-up comedy, professional wrestler, and I'm finna get into some active. Okay, and I see that. You're somebody who still feels like there's time for you. Some people feel like if they don't see success at a certain amount of time in their life, then they haven't achieved anything. You know, some people feel like if it doesn't happen within a certain time frame, they haven't achieved anything. And that brings on more hurt. Think about a lot of those people who went trekking out to Hollywood, wanted to break into film and television, never got a break, never really settled in. And some of those people ended up on Skid Row. Tell me life don't hurt for them. You know, even children, we all experience that. Someone hurt our feelings. Someone didn't come through for us. We didn't get that gift for Christmas that we wanted. Sometimes that stuff can hurt us. You know? Okay, hold on. Bam, push this up. See? Bam. You're one of the few people who can do that. You see? And like the point you made earlier, a lot of times it is in life we're just mad at the decisions we've made. And that's real 100% right there. A lot of times we kick ourselves in the ass because of a decision we made. You know? But we're human. Hey, congratulations, you're human. You know? But the thing is to never give up. Keep believing in yourself. Because life is going to always do something funny to you. It don't matter who you are. You can be the average Joe that's just working a regular 9 to 5. You can be Jay-Z, Beyonce. Ain't no telling what they're going through. We just don't know. It ain't publicized. Their life is pretty much sealed. But these are human beings. And believe me, the tax bracket that they're in is bringing more problems, More money, more problems. Shout out to Biggie. We know that. But at the same time, these people have the resources to kind of fix some of their issues. But a lot of us can't escape hurt, pain, death, loss. But we got to keep it moving, man. Spread some good vibes. We're having a good conversation. Hoping it'll spark some motivation before we all head out to our destination. It's Friday. Wishing everybody a happy Friday. The weekend is here. My special announcement. My birthday is Monday. So if you're out there listening, I really would love everyone, as many people as possible, to check in with me on Monday. I'm going to come on Monday, and what I'm going to do as a special gift to y'all, it's my birthday. I'm going to give y'all a gift. As a special gift to y'all, I am going to just pop up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pop up. All right. I'm going to play this little joint right here. It's called Never Give Up. Believe in yourself. And I will be right back.
Be obsessed. Balance can come later. Use your imagination. Put pen to paper. Declare your intentions. Set small goals. Knock them off, set more goals.
You have a lot of potential as a child, but none of that is capable of manifesting itself as freedom before you become disciplined.
Build confidence. Grow a deep belief. Outwork people. Play the long game. You don't have to be the chosen one. The secret is to build the resolve and spirit to enjoy the plateaus. The times when it doesn't feel like you're improving and you question why you're doing this. If you're patient, the plateaus will become springboards. Finally, never stop striving, reaching for your goals until you get there. But the truth is, even when you get there, even when you get here, standing on this stage, it's the striving, fighting, pushing yourself to the limit every day that you'll miss and you'll long for.
If you want to be a grocer or a general or a politician or a judge, you will invariably become it. That is your punishment. If you never know what you want to be, if you live what some might call the dynamic life, but I will call the artistic life, if each day you are unsure of who you are and what you know, you will never become anything, and that is your reward.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much, try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you.
How many of us, I wonder, can recall that childhood moment when we experienced happiness as a state of being, that single moment of untarnished joy, that moment when everything in our world, inside and out, was all right. Everything was all right.
Yep. I like stuff like that. Can't give up, man. As long as you got breath in your body, your limbs are still working, you still got your mind, you're in the right state of mind, you can still go. You can still go. You can still push ahead. It sounds cliche. I know. We hear it all the time. Man, never give up. Keep moving. I understand. But those things are really true. But sometimes life can get so heavy it'll put us at a pause. And it's okay to stop and take a break. Sometimes we need to slow down and just not stop, not quit, but just take a rest. Where would we be if we didn't have any way to take a rest? That's the reason why rest is built in us. That's the reason why sleep is built in us. That's our way of recharging. And sometimes you have to recharge your life. Yep. Somebody said something that really made sense. Finding the qualities in your life, finding the great qualities in people is like digging for gold. All right, because you got to dig to get to gold, which means you got to go through a lot of dirt. Sometimes you got to go through a lot of dirt before you strike gold. You feel me? I know that shit sounded cliche as hell, but it makes a lot of sense. It's with people too. Sometimes the goodness is buried in people, and sometimes you have to sift through all the bullshit and all the dirt to get to the gold. Now, keep in mind, some people ain't got gold in them. Some people just dirt all the way through. And we find that out. When we start digging into people, start digging through their dirt, and then the next thing you know, we find out that there's more dirt. And those are the people we need to remove out of our life. Get out of my way. It's heavy out here. Life is going to always find some kind of way, no matter how good we are in life, no matter where we are in life. We can be literally on top of the world. And life is going to find a way to not stagnate it, bring it down, but put it at a pause. Bring it, because I'm going to say this. We was just having this discussion last month. It's funny how when the good times come, the good times is a buildup. It takes a long time for the good times to pretty much show up. It takes effort. It takes patience. All right. When the good times show up, it's a memorable moment. But bad times, pain can come in an instant. It comes just like that. You can be on the phone with someone, and when you hang up with speaking to that person, an hour later, that person was in the car wreck. You know what I'm saying? Things like that happen. The bad times come just like that, man. Good times always find it has to make its way around. That's the reason why when you have good times, you have to hold on to them as much as possible. Memories, photos, videos, all that plays a big role in trying to hold on to those good memories. But I'm gonna say this too. For all those who experience the loss of a loved one, I know what it's like. It don't matter if it's a friend, a relative especially, parents, which really hurts, a child, that really hurts. You are not alone. It's hard to deal with that, especially when that person is, such a pillar in your life. Your parents are such a pillar in your life. They brought you here. And depending on how your relationship is with them, losing them, it's hard. Life is full of all of this. Life is full. The dynamic life can show you. Like, I live in a suburb of Nashville. And a lot of times, I can be passing on the main road I see lots of homeless people holding up signs saying, anything helps, God bless. I mean, right there. And in that same moment, I am on my way home with a roof over my head, gonna eat a hot meal and watch some internet, watch cable TV. While I'm doing that, I just passed those people who are still out of the street. That's a hard dynamic, man. That's heaven and hell in the same space and time. Whew. Imagine that. All right, imagine that. All right, I'm finna play this one joint by the brother USHER called Keep Dreaming. And I'll be right back after this.
Yeah. There's a long and winding road that we have traveled, and the prize that waits for all who will prevail. There's a place for those who stand up tall in battle, up against all odds, determined not to fail. And when the moment comes, you know that you'll be ready to push yourself beyond where you have gone before. So write your name beside the very best in history, and take a bow before the crowd and hear them roar. This is from me to you. Just keep dreaming, keep on dreaming. Gotta believe, if you really believe in time, you will make your dreams come true. Just keep dreaming, don't stop dreaming. Oh, 'cause no one else can live a dream but you. So you rise above each hurdle you encounter. Let no obstacle before you slow your speed. For you possess a will to win that burns intensely. And when you will, yes, this will be your creed. Oh, and when the moment comes, you know that you'll be ready to push yourself much harder than you've done before. So write your name beside the very best in history, and take a bow before the crowd and hear them roar. Take it from me. Just keep dreaming, keep on dreaming. And if you really believe in time, you will make your dreams come true. Don't stop dreaming, 'cause no one else can ever change but you. And in the end, with no regrets, you've given your all and nothing left. You know you've been the best that you can be. No one can say you didn't try. Go on and wave your banner high and savor that sweet taste of victory. Oh yeah, dream, ain't no stopping you. Really believe in time. Whoa, that's what you wanted. Don't stop dreaming, 'cause no one else can live a dream but you. Just go ahead and live a dream. Anything in life can happen if you give your best and all you
Brother Usher just told you to keep on dreaming. Happy Friday, everybody out there. Want to make sure I sent everybody off with some good vibes, some good feels, and some good conversation to spark some motivation before you head off to your destination. Okay? So again, it's been your guy Dollar Bill Sco. I hope I played a good role in helping some of y'all get y'all day going. Thanks to everyone that did tune in. I will be back on Monday, which is my day, my big day. It's Aquarius season, so for these next 30 days, we're gonna run the world. And speaking of run the world, I heard that Beyonce got a new tour for it, about to hit the world, and Ticketmaster is trying to prepare themselves for the internet crash that's about to come their way. All right. Shouts out to our sister Beyonce. I'm not taking nothing away from her, but I just feel like sometimes this celebrity obsession can be just a little bit too much. It's like Beyonce can do no wrong, and she's human. She's done some wrong, but you can't tell people that because you're gonna get punched in the face if you say something about her. You know what I'm saying? All right, put this up right here. To my baby. Yep. That's how we do it. Baby steps. Dave Ramsey said that. Baby steps. Everything comes in baby steps. We don't put the horse before the carriage. What I meant to say, we don't put the car before the horse and carriage. We don't put the you know what I'm saying? Everything is in baby steps. And life, you have to treat that like that sometimes. Sometimes you have to treat situations in life with baby steps. Treat it with kid gloves. All right. This was the best comment of the day right here, though. Really, it ain't life you're mad at. You're just mad at the decisions you made. That's a great quote. That's the quote of the day. And I'm thinking I'm gonna make that a thing. If somebody come on here and say something in the comment section that I really like, I'm gonna star that, and I'm gonna make that the comment, post, or whatever quote of the day. And again, I am your man Dollar Bill Sco. About to get my weekend going. I got some stuff to do, man. What y'all got going on? Y'all gonna see some movies? Y'all finna chill out? Y'all finna do some kids stuff with the kids? Hope your weekend is productive. Hope it's enjoyable. Hope you relax, some of y'all. And depending on where you are, I hope you stay in and stay warm. All right, because I know where we are, it's gonna be okay this weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out. But thank you, family. I appreciate that. Thank you. Great quote, great post. So yeah, it's all equal. Good energy all the way around the board. So again, it's a guy Dollar Bill Sco saying, have a happy Friday, have a happy, great weekend. Please join me Monday, February 6th. Two things are happening on February 6th, Monday morning. My artist Slim, he has an interview going on. Well, I swear to agree. He has an interview going on Monday morning. So depending on what his time frame is, I'm gonna either it's gonna be on before me or after me, but I think it's gonna be on after me. So once I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and check out his interview live on TikTok. Now I'll find some way to have that posted up as well. But again, thank you for checking in with me this week. It's been a great beta test week, but next week we're gonna have actually a full week of the show. We're gonna get it popping. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. And again, protect and preserve the culture. It's FBA versus everybody. And we always have good conversation to spark some motivation before we head off to our destination. Happy weekend, y'all. Peace.